Hello everyone, my name is Chance Brunton and welcome back to the StarCraft II Heart of the Swarm campaign. In the last episode we got separated from all of our friends in Raynor's Raiders, and we heard a transmission from the Dominion, specifically from Minsk, saying that Raynor is now dead, and that has really infuriated SireRagnarok. And so now we are going to go to the planet of Kaldir to reclaim some of the Zerg brood, specifically some roaches and some hydralisks, and we can then start building up an army that we can use to kill Minsk. Because really there's nothing else to live for at the moment for SireRagnarok. So let's see what it's like on Kaldir. As I recall, the description said that this was an icy planet. It's going to be quite cold, quite hostile conditions. And we'll have to see just what kind of a Zerg force we have here, and how much we're going to have to build up. Right now the Zerg are in hiding, so not exactly favorable conditions. There probably aren't many here. But we found a ship, at least. Here's a Leviathan. That's pretty convenient.
Warning. Zerg organisms detected.
That's why I'm here. They'll either accept me as their queen, or I'll start killing them one by one until they do.
And looks like they'll accept you.
What are you?
I am Isha. Your Majesty used to store all her ideas, thoughts, and plans within me. Do you not remember?
Yes, I do remember you. More importantly, you remember me.
You are the Queen of Blades. I obey.
Perfect. Summon the swarm and prepare to move on Core Hall.
The swarm is in disarray and will not answer your call. Most Zerg on Kaldir are under the command of Broodmother Nefash. She seeks to create her own swarm. While she lives, the swarm will be divided.
Not for long it won't. Take us down to the surface.
So, there's an internal struggle within the Zerg hierarchy now. I think that's the first time, in at least the history since the Overmind, which has been a long time. Okay, so now we have an interface to go ahead and talk to people, sort of like being able to walk around the Hyperion. And later we'll get some more tabs open, but for right now, we can stay here, wherever here is exactly, or we can go to the Evolution Pit. So, first, let's just have a look around where we are.
The scouts report that Nefash set up a hive on this plane, but abandoned it shortly after.
She moved off into those ice valleys. That must be where the Protoss are.
I don't know that those follow one to another, but okay.
Tell me about this Leviathan.
It is the organism from which you command the swarm, and this is its nerve center.
And it can take me to any world I wish?
Of course, my queen, but our numbers are few. Before conquering other worlds, you may wish to reclaim your forces here on Kaldir.
Leave the strategy to me. Now, what else can I do on this Leviathan?
You can evolve and upgrade your swarm in the Evolution Pit. The creature Abathur can help you.
Well, let's go see about that. Improving the swarm always sounds good. Well, actually it usually doesn't sound good, but in this case, improving the swarm does.
What are you?
Abathur, evolve swarm, spin strands and sequences. Served Overmind, then served Queen of Blades. Now serve you.
I am the Queen of Blades.
Different. Examining genetic strands. Queen of Blades was efficient, ancient Zerg qualities. Minor Terran influence. You, infected with more Terran matter. Grasper limb poorly designed. Can improve. We'll give it back better.
Don't touch me.
Only focus is evolving the swarm. Seek perfection in all things. Work in Evolution Pit. Can review my work here.
Can you evolve?
Evolved Zerglings much more efficient in battle.
But can you evolve better speech patterns?
Swarm suffering on this moon.
I thought you'd made my Zerg stronger than this.
Kaldir as cold as deep space. Other than Leviathan, no reason to specialize swarm for such cold.
Is that an excuse?
Wasteful to spin unnecessary adaptations. Complexity bad. Not needed before. Needed now. We'll look for local fauna. Essence useful for swarm adaptation.
Do it.
Alright, now let's check out the Zergling mutations.
Organism can be upgraded. 3 distinct mutations available. Once chosen, will activate sequences within creature. Improve combat potential. Mutation choice, not permanent. Can alter at any time.
So this is among our equivalent choices for the Terran upgrades. And we can choose to either increase the armor of the Zerg and health of the Zerglings. No, just the health of the Zerglings. Increase the attack speed of the Zerglings. Or increase the movement speed of the Zerglings. I'm not keen on increasing the movement speed of the Zerglings because they can rush out ahead of our forces and just get themselves killed. And it's really a toss-up on damage and health. But Zerglings are expendable, so I'm going to go with increased attack speed to just let them do more damage. But as Abathur said, a big difference from the Terran campaign, these choices are mutable, meaning that you can change them anytime you want between missions. So that gives us a lot more flexibility to adapt to particular missions where particular strengths are needed. So now that we've taken care of that, we can actually start the mission.
Nefash moved her brood into these ice valleys to fight the Protoss. It is unknown if she will join you willingly.
So, main objective reward plus 5 Kerrigan levels, bonus objective plus 2 Kerrigan levels. We'll get to see more about what Kerrigan levels do, but another upgrade screen that we have specifically revolves around Kerrigan and her abilities. She is a major gameplay unit throughout these levels. But we'll see that when we actually get the option to do something there. I noticed we are only getting the roach from this mission, but the planet summary said that we could get the roach and the hydralisk, so I assume that the hydralisk will become available in the next mission. But I'm not sure.
This moon has pockets of intense cold, called flash freeze storms. One such storm is approaching. It will push temperatures down so fast that almost all thermal energy will be lost.
Okay. What does that mean for us?
The storm will pass quickly, but while it is here, your troops will be frozen in place.
I can sense indigenous creatures nearby. Their matriarchs have powerful essence, strong enough to help us adapt to this cold.
So if we capture the creatures, we become immune to the cold. Simple enough.
Get this over with.
Let's work
The
on
swarm
that.
never rests. Push ahead. I have to find an Ursidon matriarch and get her essence. This world is mine.
Alright, we have an injured Zergling.
Get
They're normally
going.
expendable, but we have low numbers of
Nothing
troops
stands in my way.
at the moment and no means of producing more, so we want to be careful
This
about
world
that,
is mine.
if possible.
This Zerg is feral. It is not under the control of any higher entity.
It is now.
There's not much time.
So this is a roach. Roaches are tankier frontline. Let's get this thing out where it can be seen. Roaches are tankier frontline units that can take a lot more damage. They're also the first ranged unit we're going to get.
Who asked you?
So they can stand just behind our Zerglings.
Another feral roach. Something is very wrong. Over with.
Because, of course, our Zerglings are expendable. So they go in front of everything else. And then immediately behind is are the
Nothing
roaches.
stands in my way.
The flash freeze is near.
I just have to find an Ursidon matriarch. Get going.
Alright, so... Oh,
The flash freeze has arrived. Your troops are frozen.
These Ursadon, led by Matriarch, strong essence. Once local essence assimilated, Swarm will resist flash freeze.
But unfortunately...
Flash freeze is passing.
Okay, there we go. Now we can move about.
Yes?
Alright, just one more left. The Matriarch itself,
Just
we can kill it with
die.
ease. Though we
Press the
did lose a
attack.
few troops. But we still gained the essence. That's the
swarm
most
never-
important thing.
Essence assimilated. Swarm resistant to flash freeze.
Excellent. And now I can sense Nefash's hive cluster nearby.
Injured roaches able to burrow, regain health.
Oh yeah, it heals much quicker when burrowed.
You have my attention.
I'm surprised he can adapt the swarm that fast. I mean, you don't even need the ones currently in the field to
There's
come
not much
back
time.
for the adaptations
Push
to kick
ahead.
in, to do something to them.
Get going.
It just automatically happens remotely.
Nefash's brood. The Protoss must have wiped them out. I'll awaken this hive cluster for the swarm.
The Protoss sense the awakening. They are aware of our presence.
Uh-oh.
The Queen of Blades. But what has happened to you? Frail and human.
Protoss. I wondered when you'd show yourselves.
We must inform Shakuras. They will send the Golden Armada. They will destroy you.
Isha, tell me the Protoss are out of range of Shakuras.
They are, my queen. However, the Protoss have psi-link spires that can amplify their psionic communication.
Then we destroy those spires before the Protoss can activate them.
Now I remember these missions. It's starting to come back to me a little bit. The next mission is indeed the mission where we get Hydralisks.
Speak quickly.
Additional Matriarch essence nearby. If collected, Swarm can become more efficient in flash freeze.
I do like an efficient swarm. If I have a chance, I will hunt down some matriarchs.
Sounds like a great idea. So our first priority is the matriarchs. We need more drones to build up an economy. And that's pretty much it. More drones. We do need more Vespene gas, but not at the moment. We can afford to hold off on
Brave
that.
Protoss. Slow her down. Take the fight to her.
Right, they're going to keep attacking us. So let's get up by the spine crawler for defense. And the Protoss will presumably come out of the encroaching darkness. There's only really one way they can come
Protoss
from.
approaching the hive cluster.
There's only this one direction.
Flash freeze approaching. The Protoss will be vulnerable until it passes.
The Protoss are defenseless. Attack now.
Perfect.
This world is.
And it will last
nothing
for
stands
50
in my way.
seconds? That is really powerful. Alright, build some more drones. And let's get a second hatchery so that we can just have more production
Speak
capability.
quickly.
And we will push
There's
our
not much time.
advantage while the flash freeze is on. We
swarm
will
never
move
rests.
forward with our forces.
Unacceptable coward.
Get
And just
going.
keep taking out the Protoss as much as possible. And there's a Psi-Link Spire. We have to kill those? What did those do?
Push ahead.
Did they explain that? I don't remember. Alright, well, it looks like an objective.
Flash freeze ending. We should retreat until the next storm hits.
Nothing stands in my way.
It looks like an
Get
objective.
this over with.
So we'll kill the Psi-Link thing
This world
when we
is
get an
mine.
opportunity. Let's burrow this roach so he can
Nothing
recover some
stands in
health.
my way.
And in the meantime,
There's
we'll
not much
kill off
time.
some of his Protoss friends. And we'll keep pushing the creep tumors up forward so that we get increased vision, speed, health regeneration, etc. from the creep. We could get some extra defenses. Let's get a couple of extra creep tumors here to help us out.
have my attention.
Run forward! That was a bad time to get the creep tumors down. Oh, burrow that queen. So I'm hiding injured units underground to escape
Flash freeze will be here soon.
getting
going.
killed by the Protoss.
What is it now?
which seems to be an effective strategy. We also need just some more units in general. Let's get some more Zerglings for cannon fodder. Now the evolution chambers are up and running, so we can start in on our upgrades. It's always good to start upgrading as soon as possible. And we'll start with some melee
Flash
damage.
freeze storm has arrived.
Press our advantage. Destroy the Protoss. Nothing stands in my way.
Alright, so we will push forward as we did during the last flash freeze. Protoss are really at a disadvantage here, since we have adapted to the cold. And we have Zerglings coming up now that will help us tear through this. We'll get missile upgrades as well. So, for the Zerg, we have to upgrade melee and ranged damage separately from one another. At least for ground units. Although there is no melee air, so I suppose that it doesn't really come up in that case.
We require more Vespene. We require more.
The flash freeze is ending.
Alright, let's take out that pylon real quick so that we unpower everything and prevent the Protoss from warping units in. And then we'll take out this Silent Spire next. We're getting, on the minimap, we're getting close to where the first Matriarch is. So,
Never rest.
we could take that pretty soon and upgrade our Zerg forces more.
One down.
Even if you destroy our spires, we will get word to Shakuras.
Well, you can try. What
There's
have we
not
got
much
down
time.
here? We got some extra roaches.
Speak quickly.
Let's build an expansion up here to get more resource harvesting. And
Out with
let's
it.
get our queens to put down an additional creep tumor near this end of the base. So what we'll do is we'll build up defenses.
Time grows short, Kerrigan. The Golden Armada will come for you.
Where's the Queen of Blades? We need her. Okay, there we go. We'll stun these people and take out the air with our kinetic blast.
The
So we'll
swarm
build
never
up our
rests.
defenses on this ramp for our main base, and then we'll build some defenses up by our expansion. So moving our defensive lines.
Flash freeze storm approaching soon.
Let's also build a spore
Swarm
crawler,
hungers.
since apparently the Protoss are now sending some air support with their troops. Alright, how's our base coming up here? It's going to be started pretty soon.
A flash freeze storm has hit.
The Protoss are defenseless. Attack now.
Right. Now, this is where, during the flash freeze, we're apparently getting attacked by some of the native creatures, so we do need to be a bit careful about that. But it should be okay.
Who asked you?
Now, we're building some new overlords to increase our supply
Push
limit, as
ahead.
well as some new drones for our expansion, so that'll help get
Let's
our
get this
economy
over
off roaring.
Get going.
And in the meantime, we will push forward during the flash
There's
freeze,
not-
and instead of attacking the Protoss, while the Protoss can't attack us, we will take out one of the matriarchs to
stands in
upgrade
my
our
way.
abilities during flash freeze. I don't remember what that'll do, but it's worth a shot. It's got to be good.
Flash freeze storm is fading.
It looks like we'll get some extra
Matriarch
roaches.
essence useful. Visibility during flash freeze increased.
Oh, that's useful.
Push ahead.
That is useful. I agree.
The swarm.
So now we can
Swarm
see
hungers.
further during the flash freezes, which will at least be less irritating. Oh, some Protoss are attacking our expansion, but we can easily kill them. Just easily. It's amazing. And boom, down you all go.
Head.
Alright, there's a little narrow choke point here, and I think that would be a great place to build some static defenses. So let's build a couple of spine crawlers and a couple of spore crawlers here. Now during this flash freeze, we are going to want to attack down the main
Flash
ramp.
freeze storm has arrived.
Who
We're going to want
asked
to
you?
attack down the main ramp outside the front of
Let's
our
get this
base
over
here
with.
and look for any Protoss to decimate.
There's not much
Moving
time.
our way towards the next
This
matriarch
world
essence.
is mine. You have my attention. Nothing's in my way.
We need more Zerglings. Our composition's a bit light on Zerglings. But we've got a lot of roaches, though. We have a new ball of roaches coming up here, which is great.
You.
We could maybe use some more queens to help deal with
Nothing
the air.
stands in my-
Flash freeze storm is fading.
Because at the moment, Kerrigan's the only one who can shoot air targets. So let's build some more queens. And let's build a ton of more overlords. Now at this point, I'm tempted to just push forward because we have a large army, and so there's not too much point in dawdling here. So we'll just push forward.
We should wait for a flash freeze before attacking this large Protoss force.
No, I don't think that's necessary. Although by this moment it's starting to look more and more necessary. But it'll be fine. We can take them out.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Although now they are attacking our home base. So that might be something to be concerned about. Oh, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything's working out. It's not like we're losing massive numbers of all of our units. Do we have full mining up? No, we should get some more drones. Because we're running low on resources.
Who asked you?
Alright, let's destroy this pylon to unpower the
Flash
cannon.
freeze coming in soon.
Okay, let's
Warm never
not
rests.
engage that photon cannon cluster until the flash freeze occurs. Let's just keep destroying
This world
everything over
speak.
here. And let's get some more drones because we're running short on money. We should also get another hatchery because we need more production capability.
Flash freeze is here.
Oh, I saw some enemy movement on the map by the looks of it. Some of the native wildlife, perhaps? We should watch our base closely.
One more left.
It's no use, Kerrigan. Shakuras will destroy you.
So we destroyed another Psylink thing.
Under attack.
And, oh, there's the native wildlife attacking
This
the hive
world-
cluster.
Nothing.
Do we have enough at home to deal with that? I don't think so. So
Out
let's
with it.
let's retreat a bit. And just let our army deal with, or let some Zerglings do some damage up there. Those Zerglings are
Let's get this over
expendable.
with.
And we should have some more roaches on the way soon.
Flash freeze is passing.
The hive cluster is under
Okay,
attack.
good. Oh, wait, we haven't killed everything? Okay, now
Who
we've killed
asked
everything.
you?
Alright, now,
Let's get this over with.
is this a bridge here?
Nothing
It
stands
is.
in
The
my
Protoss
way.
can attack us through this route, too. So there are several ways for the Protoss to get to our main base
Acceptable command.
and attack it.
You
So
have
we'll want to
my
make sure
attention.
that we watch them all. So let's put down some more creep tumors. Fortunately, our army's there at the moment. We're going to need some additional static defenses down at this ramp, I think, because the Protoss have done significant damage to the ones we have. And we'll need some more drones to replace the
Out
ones
with
that
it.
we're building static defenses
We
with.
require more minerals.
And I will preemptively
Nothing
construct
stands in
some
my
more
way.
overlords so that we don't run out of population limit later.
Onyx.
And then we will wait for the flash freeze this time before attacking, just so that we don't encounter such heavy losses. Okay, creep spreading well, army is good,
There's not much
flash
time.
freeze is up. Let us attack. And hopefully our base will be okay.
Forces are under attack.
I mean, we don't really have much to defend it at the moment, should anything pop out.
Nothing's in my way. Push ahead.
Alright, so we're pushing
There's not
towards the second and I think last matriarch right now.
The swarm
Oh,
never
those
rests.
bonus... That also gives us extra Kerrigan
Get
levels, which
going.
are the things we want to unlock from this episode. Additional bonus things to unlock from this episode.
Matriarch essence assimilated. Swarm perfectly adapted to fight in flash freeze storms.
Flash freeze is passing.
So, perfectly adapted, what does
Push
that mean?
ahead.
I don't know what that means exactly.
We should wait for a flash freeze before attacking this heavily fortified location.
It went okay last time. What could go wrong this time? Oh, they have a Colossus. That's really bad.
Mineral field.
Okay, yeah, maybe we should have waited. Alright, retreat, retreat! Retreat! Oh, this is not good.
Push ahead.
Fortunately, I think they'll mostly leave us alone. Alright, just rebuild the forces. Fortunately, it is one of the great powers of the Zerg that they can get everything wiped out and then rebuild it pretty much right away.
Going.
So, we'll come back in a few moments when the flash freeze is here, and we are in a better position to deal damage.
Get going.
Alright, here we go.
A flash freeze storm has hit.
And there's another base up here if we wanted it,
What is
but
it
we
now?
shouldn't need it.
Forces are under attack.
Oh, they're attacking our
world's
base.
mine.
But that's fine, we've got some forces
You
at
have my
home who can
attention.
take care of it. Just let them deal some damage.
Mineral
And
field
now
depleted.
we will send everybody towards the enemy. That's fine. We're doing okay. So a great thing about the Zerg, it's not too difficult to split up your forces and just like
quickly.
instantly build some stuff at your base to defend with. The Zerg are fairly mobile and able to shift their priorities. And now we just need to make sure we destroy enough before the freeze duration ends that the Protoss are no problem for
Flash
us.
freeze is passing.
I think we're doing that pretty well. We need to have Kerrigan kinetic blast this Colossus. There we go. That was helpful. And just keep pushing forward.
Mineral field depleted.
Let's get some more Zerglings, because Zerglings, at this point, we're breaking down the bulk of their defenses, which require more advanced stuff to work down. And so if we just build like a massive load of Zerglings, we can just overwhelm them with numbers, which is what the Zerg are good at. Yeah, our forces are just enough to take this out. We're starting to lose ground a little bit, but then this train of Zerglings hasn't hit. And there's another one coming right behind it. That is the power of the swarm. Just an endless chain of Zerglings, among other things. Alright, let's focus down this Silent Spire and bring it down as quickly as possible. Not even really
In a few
caring
moments, there will be a flash freeze.
that everything else is shooting us. Alright, perfect.
The spires have fallen! Retreat!
The Protoss expedition will be unable to contact Shakuras.
Now they have to deal with us.
Excellent. So we earned all the possible levels we could get out of this. We stopped the Protoss from being able to contact anyone back home and tell them what we're up to on this planet. And now we must... Well, let's see, that's an interesting question. They're going to...
We captured a prisoner in the wastes and subdued her, my queen. She says she is a researcher.
I didn't order you to take prisoners.
Abathur requested it. He wants to dissect her.
What's the point? He won't be able to use Protoss genetic material.
He likes to try.
Actually, keep her alive for now. I might find a use for her.
You gotta credit Abathur.
My queen, your chamber is now available. Within, you can alter your abilities.
At least he doesn't say that anything's impossible. He'll just keep trying and constantly make it better and find ways to do new things. Part of the reason, probably, that the swarm has been such a pain all this time. A lot of it's probably due to Abathur's work. What conversation can we possibly have about this hatchery?
Nefash's brood lives again within the swarm.
When the Protoss struck, she fell back to prepared positions in the ice valleys. The Protoss had to hunt her down.
She was intelligent, careful, and tenacious, but she made one mistake. She ran away.
And what if we speak to you directly, Isha? Isha?
The hunt goes well, my queen.
It's bloody.
Those Protoss would kill you if they could. They are not Zerg. That means they are the enemy.
Is it that simple?
For Zerg, it is. Whatever my queen has lost, think what she has gained. Purity of essence. You are the will of the swarm.
Okay.
What are your people doing here?
We study this moon to see if its rotation can be altered, its climate improved. Do you understand? We are only colonists, and you are killing us.
Yes. And if I let you live, you'll call your Golden Armada and they will kill me.
Kill thousands to save yourself. Is that how you justify this?
I justify nothing. There is no moral high ground here. Your people have killed billions of Zerg. We are all covered in blood. There may be more on my hands than yours, but in the end, we are both killers.
Okay, Abathur, you got anything new in the evolution pit? That's really more interesting, I think. What can we do to our forces?
What is that sound?
Failed experiments. Reverting to biomass. Slow process.
At least put them out of their misery first.
Wasted effort. Creatures will die soon. Pain irrelevant.
When you say things like that, Abathur, I almost remember you, and I feel anger.
Anger product of adrenaline. Stress response. Imminent threat. No threat to you. No anger.
I'll be the judge of that.
Not exactly how it works in higher life forms. So now we can mutate the roach. What can we do with you? More damage against light units. So zealots and marines and things, that's good. Additional armor when life is low. So low health roaches are less likely to get killed outright. They'll just live a bit longer. And tunneling claws. Roaches can move at full speed while burrowed, and they get increased regeneration. That is useful. More useful when the roaches are not part of the main army. Gives us some utility. If we find a place with low detection, we can do that. But in 8 damage is only versus light units. There's usually a lot of detection places to find roaches underground. So let's go with additional damage against light units for right now. And then maybe we'll change our minds later. Now the new thing we get is the Kerrigan tab. We also get archives, which is replaying stuff, the same as the Wings of Liberty campaign. But for right now, let's just look at Kerrigan's menu.
This is your personal chamber. From here, you can focus your neural pathways and alter your active abilities. As you grow in power, newer and stronger abilities will awaken. You can alter your active abilities here whenever you wish.
So we've earned 8 levels, so we have 100 extra life and 2 extra damage. And we can currently get we can get a maximum of level 70 apparently. We get 400 life, 200 energy, 22 damage, and no natural armor at the moment. And our abilities are on the left-hand side of the screen. So right now we have Kinetic Blast and Crushing Grip. Instead of Kinetic Blast, we could take Heroic Fortitude, which increases maximum life and life regeneration. Bear in mind that if we die, we will respawn a short time later. I'm not sure exactly how long, but it's not very important that we never die. It just is more convenient if we don't die. And instead of Crushing Grip, we could take Chain Reaction. Kerrigan's attacks deal normal damage to the target and jump to nearby additional enemies. Deals 10 damage to up to 4 secondary targets. 10 damage is not a lot. But we don't end up using Crushing Grip too much. Let's just use Chain Reaction. In the long run, I think that this would get a lot more damage out there. All right, what do we have available for the next mission?
The Protoss still seek to warn Shakuris of our presence. They are preparing to send shuttles through their warp network to Shakuras.
Well, of course, we can't let that happen. So in the next episode, we're going to have to stop the Protoss from launching their shuttles, even if that means destroying them all. And we can possibly get 3 additional Kerrigan levels, as well as a Zergling evolution mission, which is going to be really interesting and lead to dramatic changes for our Zerglings. And we'll get to see what those are later. So, in the meanwhile, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.
Oh look, by repeatedly spam clicking everything, I get monkeys.
I'm pretty sure that there's a monster back there. Oh, he's right there! Oh god, I ran the wrong way! I ran the wrong way! Oh. That could have saved me. Oh. 100 lives right now.